and talofa once again to all our viewers, especially to our Year 9 students. Well, I hope you are all well and ready for our next lesson. Now, our lesson for today is a continuation from our last lesson, which was on our first strand, listening and speaking. The major learning outcome we will be focusing on is to demonstrate proficiency in speaking and listening for social purposes. This lesson will focus on two specific learning outcomes, which are 1. Identify the tone of dialogue or conversation. 2. Identify main idea or message from dialogue or conversation. The keywords for our lesson are dialogue, conversation, tone, and message. Dialogue is defined as an exchange or conversation between two or more people. For example, a dialogue between you and the principal about breaking school rules. A conversation is a talk between people, but more informally, like when you talk with your friends about a netball or rugby game. Tone. Tone is the general attitude of a speaker. For example, the speaker's tone can be happy, angry, disappointing, sad, or etc. A message is also known as moral or a main idea. So, before we start with our lesson today, let's just recap on our last lesson. In our previous lesson, it was an introduction to listening skills and why it is very important to listen actively. Here's a recap from a previous lesson. Hearing is not listening. Hearing is the process of receiving information or sounds through the ears. Listening is the process of understanding what you hear. Listening is an important learning skill you need to master in order for you to master all other learning skills. 5 ways to help improve your listening skills. First one, focus while listening. Second one, keep an eye contact. Third, show interest in what you are hearing or listening to. Fourth, try not to interrupt. And the last one is to ask questions about things that you do not understand. Now that we recall what we had done during our last lesson, it is very important to keep that in mind for our next lesson. Now I want us to look at our learning outcomes for this lesson again. Keep in mind, by the end of this lesson, these are what you are expected to learn. As mentioned in our first lesson, listening actively is very important. Some of the reasons why we have to listen actively when someone is speaking to you, or when you are in a conversation with a friend or family, or even in a class meeting, it is very important that we are able to receive the intended message or main idea. Now, how can we identify a message through listening? How can we identify a message through listening? Well, it is vital that you listen actively for correct details. Try and listen to the tone and identify what the speaker is trying to say or the message. Details in a conversation can help you understand what someone is saying and avoids being misinformed or getting the wrong message or information. For example, you and your mother are driving to find your friend's place. You want to show respect for your friend's mother's funeral, so you call up your friend and you ask for directions, and your friend shows you where to go through the phone. Your friend says, if you're driving from town through Vitelli Street, take a left at the first lights. Keep driving till you get to the 3 corner, then take a left again. Keep driving and keep looking out on your right for Simi Street. Drive down through Simi Street until you get to an old grey shop on your right. Next to the grey shop is a dirt road. Drive till you get to the end of the dead road. You should see a greenhouse, and that's our house. I think you should easily identify my house with a lot of people who are here for my mother's funeral service. Now, look at our map. Can you see where your friend's house should be at? You're right. There it is. All those little details that your friend told you are very important. You need to listen carefully because if you don't, you might end up being lost. So again, listening for the correct details is very important. Now, sometimes if you get the wrong details, you also get the wrong message. For example, two friends have a conversation. Anne and Toma. Anne: I want to go buy some books from the bookshop. Toma: I went yesterday and got 3 books. Anne: Oh wow, I'll go there now. So Anne went straight to the bookshop, expecting to get free books, and was disappointed and thought Toma was lying about getting free books. So she goes back to approach Toma. Anne: I thought you said you got free books yesterday. Toma: No, I said I got 3 books, not free books. Anne: Oh, I must have heard you wrong. Sadly for Anne, she did not get the message right because she did not listen carefully to what Toma said. Now, another way that can help us identify a message is to listen to the tone of the message and the person's facial expression. Now, what is the tone of a message? The tone usually refers to the general attitude of the speaker. The tone of the speaker reflects how he wants the listener to receive the message. The facial expression of the speaker, on the other hand, usually reflects the tone of the person's voice. Now I want you to look at the statement on the screen and read it out loud. Now look at me and try and identify the tone and the message from the statement. Hey Nikki, I need my stapler back. I'll say it again. Hey Nikki, I need my stapler back. Now, did you identify the tone, facial expression, and the message? Yes, it was a friendly tone, more nice and more persuasive. It indicates a message that you had let Nikki borrow your stapler and now you want to use it. Now listen to the tone of my voice again and my facial expression while I say the statement again. Hey Nikki, I want my stapler back. I'll say it again. Hey Nikki, I want my stapler back. Now can you identify the tone and the facial expression and the message from the last statement? So the message indicates that Nikki might have taken your stapler by force and did not give it back. Now you are angry because he refuses to give it back. So do you see why the facial expression and the tone is also important in identifying the message? Good. Now we are going to do a couple of activities to test whether you understand the importance of listening actively to identify the tone, the facial expression, and the message from the speaker. Our first activity will be a listening comprehension. Now listen carefully while I read out our passage twice, then answer the following questions. Please get your pen and paper ready. I will now read our short passage. Hello, my name is Laura. I am a 16-year-old student from Australia. I am here for the Pacific Youth Conference. I am hoping to make new Samoan friends this whole week. So would you like to be my friend? I'll read it again. Please listen carefully so you can answer the questions that will follow. Hello, my name is Laura. I am a 16-year-old student from Australia. I am here for the Pacific Youth Conference. I am hoping to make new Samoan friends this whole week. So, would you like to be my friend? Now, look at the screen and answer the following questions. I'll give you 2 minutes. Now when you're done, please check your answers. Great job, everyone. That was an easy one, wasn't it? All right, we're going to do another activity. Now this one is called transcribing. Transcribing. Transcribing simply means you make a written copy of what is being said or heard. Now I am going to play audios of sentences that you will try and write down correctly. Are you ready? Is your pen and paper ready? Okay, let's start. Listen carefully to our audios and try your best to write down the correct sentence. Here we go. Audio 1.
I'll look after my parents when they get old. I'll look after my parents when they get old.
Audio 2.
When he was young, he was a hard worker. When he was young, he was a hard worker.
Audio 3.
I have a lot of work to get through today. I have a lot of work to get through today.
Audio 4.
I have a lot of work to get through today. I have a lot of work to get through today.
Audio 5.
You'll have to do it whether you like it or not. You'll have to do it whether you like it or not.
Audio 6.
Please don't let the children play with knives. Please don't let the children play with knives.
All right, that was a piece of cake, wasn't it? Now, we are going to play the audios again with the correct answer. So check your answers. Audio 1.
I'll look after my parents when they get old.
Audio 2.
When he was young, he was a hard worker.
Audio 3.
Tom decided to try sleeping without a pillow.
Audio 4.
I have a lot of work to get through today.
Audio 5.
You'll have to do it whether you like it or not.
Audio 6.
Please don't let the children play with knives.
Now check whether you got those answers correct. Also check whether you got the right spelling.
I'll look after my parents when they get old. When he was young, he was a hard worker. Tom decided to try sleeping without a pillow. I have a lot of work to get through today. You'll have to do it whether you like it or not. Please don't let the children play with knives.
That was a fun activity, wasn't it? And that class concludes our lesson for today. I hope you now understand the importance of listening actively for the correct details, identifying the tone and the facial expression, and also getting the right message from our speakers. Please stay tuned for our next lesson. Thank you very much for joining us. Goodbye.